Sports.
Playoff baseball is on the air. Today from John Randall Field, East Region teams compete for a trip to the state tournament. Today's game is brought to you by American Family Insurance, Miller & Associates, Cargill, Carlson Family Insurance, Jahinkapa Zoo, Comdell Innovation, Gripper Sports Store, Hike Camp Construction, Jaworski Glass and Repair, Optimum Rehab, Smith Motors, Action Realty, Bayer Insurance Agency, Hornstein Family Chiropractic, and Vision Ford. Now, here's KBMW's Andrew Zimmel.
Good morning, Andrew Zimmel back on the call with you from John Randall Field at Vonderstad Stadium in Wabanon, North Dakota for this game of state qualifying. Well, we have two teams that have already punched their ticket to the state tournament. That would be the Wabanon Huskies and West Fargo High Packers. Both those teams won yesterday in the semifinals, so they punched their ticket. They'll play later this afternoon at 5 p.m. That's the scheduled time, at least. We'll see if we can get the train on the tracks and keep it on schedule. Today, though, noon first pitch between the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs and the Fargo Davies Eagles. Two teams coming off very different feelings coming into this one. Getting all that and more in your Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show, a tradition of good taste and company. Let's go through our Otter Tail Power Poll rankings. Otter Tail Power Company on for conservation. Well, here's how the games rolled out yesterday. North Fargo took down Devils Lake Firebirds 2-0 in the first game of the day to punch their ticket to this state qualifying game. They played later this afternoon at 2:30. The game of the afternoon possibly could have been Davies and Grand Forks Red River, an 8-inning showdown with the Eagles battling back, scoring 3 runs in the top of the 7th and then 3 runs in the top of the 8th in extras to take an 11-8 win over the Rough Riders. Now, Grand Forks Red River, they felt like they came into this game with a lot of momentum. They lost 4-0 to the Packers on Tuesday night, but everything was pointing their way, tacking on runs early. They had a 6-run lead, or I should say a 4-run lead early in this one, but never could, or I should say, they kind of let the game get away from them, and when it went into extra innings, it was all Davies. So Davies, they punched their ticket. West Fargo Cheyenne, a completely different story. West Fargo High, they took down the Shanley Deacons, the number 2 seed, to advance to the EDC Tournament Championship. And then West Fargo Cheyenne, they were the 1 seed coming into this tournament, end up losing to the number 4 seed Huskies 7-5 as the home team on the Huskies home field. You thought that the Mustangs, great pitching, this is a team that has been to the state tournament multiple times and back-to-back state championship winning teams, you thought that they'd come in and have a more buttoned-up approach. Not the case. According to all sources, it sounds like the Mustangs in the dugout were excited to see 4-0 Caden Hockert, who has a sub-2 ERA. And, you know, sometimes you put the cart before the horse, and the Mustangs, they might have got a little bit too out ahead of themselves. Today they play for their season and a chance to go back to the state tournament, but first got to take on the Davies Eagles. On the scoreboard this afternoon, because the Mustangs were the 1 seed coming into the tournament, they will be the home team. Davies, coming into this one, was the 7 seed. They have a chance to have a massive upset if they can get the win. Winner of this game will punch their ticket to the state tournament the state tournament next week in West Fargo. Cheyenne trying to hope to get back to that point. We'll take a quick break and come back with your starting lineups and first pitch next on B92.7 and watching live on KBMW News Live on YouTube.
Hear that? That's the sound of Gripper Sports Store, taking it to extra innings with all of your baseball accessories, gloves, pants, belts, and socks. Order your baseball and softball uniforms. Gripper Sports Store knocks it out of the park. Gripper Sports Store on Dakota Avenue in Wapaton.
At American Family Insurance, protecting farms and ranches is at the heart of what we do. We understand the hard work that goes into building and sustaining your business, and that's why we offer customizable policies that protect everything you've worked for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves. Contact me today, Shannon Miller, at Miller & Associates at 218-643-3665 or stop by our office at 1329 Highway 75 North in Breckenridge.
American Family Insurance.
Join a winning team at Cargill Wahpeton. Starting pay of $24.90 an hour plus $3,000 sign-on bonus. Cargill Wahpeton now hiring for operations technicians. Comprehensive benefits package and immediate PTO accrual. Apply online at www.cargill.com/careers. Cargill is an equal opportunity employer. If you'd like to advertise a job opening on the KBMW Radio Employment Connection, reserve a spot by contacting us at 701-642-8747 or email studio@kbmwnews.com.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Summer of 2023 is almost here, and it's the best time to do the zoo. At Shankaba Zoo, they have all kinds of mammals, such as silly spider monkeys, otters, tigers, and bears. Stop down and see the cheetahs, Chica and Naya, the bobcat family, Jack and Clover. Chahinkaba Zoo is bigger and better than ever. Stop down and see what makes Chahinkaba Zoo one of the best zoos in the country. Chahinkaba Zoo, open 7 days a week, 10 till 7.
Welcome to the Radio Employment Connection, where we work to find people to work for you. Come work for an employee-owned company. Comdale is seeking individuals for 12-hour shifts. Earn up to $21 an hour. Shifts available are second shift, Monday through Thursday, 3:30 p.m. to 2 a.m. Rotating 12-hour or 12-hour fixed shifts, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. or 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Benefits within 90 days of hire or sooner. Applications are available at 2100 15th Street North in Wahpeton. Online at www.comdaleinnovation.com.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948. Hear that? That's the sound of Gripper's Sports Store, taking it to extra innings with all of your baseball accessories, gloves, pants, belts, and socks. Order your baseball and softball uniforms. Gripper's Sports Store knocks it out of the park. Gripper's Sports Store on Dakota Avenue in Wahpeton.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you for these three state qualifying games on B92.7. You can watch live on YouTube at KBMW News Live. Make sure you hit the bell and the subscribe button so you never miss another game. Well, both these teams coming off very different feelings as the Davies Eagles took down Grand Forks Red River yesterday, beat the Rough Riders 11-8 in extra innings, and an excellent game. The two players we want to point out from that one, Matt Kowalski, who went 4 for 6 with 3 RBIs and a run yesterday, and Matthew Nelson, the senior, on the season batting .294, had 3 for 4 day with 4 RBIs, and all 4 of those RBIs imperative in that win against the Rough Riders in extra innings. Carter Carlson for the Mustangs, he went 2 for 4 with an RBI yesterday. The pitchers were Olin, Heinrich, and Claus, so I don't expect to see any of those guys throwing today. Caleb Durr is going to be on the hill for the Mustangs as they have nowhere else to play. It's win or go home for both these teams. Durr, a 29 2/3 inning pitcher this year, a sub-1 ERA, .94, 48 Ks, 6 walks, 21 hits. That is a team high, though, in hits allowed. His defense is going to try to shore it up today. Let's go through your starting lineups for the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Davies Eagles. Grant Matter, who had a little bit of a spill in left field yesterday. He's back in right field yesterday, correction. He's back on the field, batting number 1. Wyatt Kalowski is batting second. Jackson Beiswinger at third base. Carter Barta at DH. Chase Keller on the hill. We'll get back to him in a moment. Evan Erickson in right field. Matthew Nelson in center field. Blake Chase behind the plate. And Brady Hecker in left field. Not batting today is Easton Elbring, the first baseman. For the Sheyenne Mustangs, pitching Caleb Durr behind the plate. Jackson Zyber at first base. Jackson Glilke. Second base is Ben Cause. At third base, Connor Entz. Shortstop Carter Carlson. In left field, Ryder Weigel. Center field, Trey Shocker. And in right field, Carter Olim. We'll take another quick break. Come back with your first pitch from Wahpeton. It's Andrew Zimmel. You're listening to B92.7, watching on KBMW News Live as we continue EDC tournament coverage in a state qualifying game. First pitch coming up after the break.
Have you ever been driving and see a small pebble hit your windshield, resulting in a crack or chip? Well, it happens to even the best drivers. Jaworski Glass and Repair on Dakota Avenue in Wahpeton is your local glass repair expert. They repair glass chips on all types of vehicles, as well as windshield replacements and custom glass cutting. Jaworski Glass and Repair guarantees quality work in a prompt manner. Give Jaworski Glass and Repair a call today, 642-4527.
Recovering your health and getting back to your best life. That's what Quality Recovery from Optimum Rehab can do for you. Physical therapist Dr. Anthony Eggeman will set up an individual plan to get you to your goals. He believes that this is the perfect way for you to recover your health. What you get with Optimum Rehab is time and attention, thorough assessments, and effective treatments. So if it's back pain, achy joints, recovery from surgery or injury, it's likely that physical therapy from Optimum Rehab can help. So take your life into your own hands with Optimum Rehab. Visit myoptimumrehab.com.
I know everyone is ready for summer, but is your car? Bring your car in for a pit stop at Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Get a multi-point inspection done for those long summer rides. Oil change, new tires, brake pads, and rotor installations are all something to look into, so you can spend more time at the lake rather than stuck on the side of the road. Plus, you can get 10% off all AC work located at 101 North 11th Street in Wahpeton, or give them a call at 701-642-6671. At 701-642-6671.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Want a bigger home, or is it time to downsize? Now is the time to own your dream home. What's really important is finding a home that's right for you. No one has more experience and expertise than Action Realty in Wahpeton. They are your hometown real estate agency, serving the Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding areas with 5 available agents that are ready to work for you. Whether you're buying or selling, call Action Realty today at 642-4700 and make sure to listen to the Action Crew talk real estate on KBMW every Tuesday morning around 9 a.m.
When you think of a local crop and farm insurance agency, call Bayer Insurance. They are your local ag agency. Their farm policies cover all aspects of your farm operation and offer the most all-risk coverage available at a very competitive price. Bayer Insurance Agency knows crop hail insurance. Let Bayer Insurance Agency review your coverage, and together they can properly cover your 2023 crops. Call Bayer Insurance Agency today at 642-0955. Our plans are based on yours.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Hear that? That's the sound of Gripper Sports Store, taking it to extra innings with all of your baseball accessories, gloves, pants, belts, and socks. Order your baseball and softball uniforms. Gripper Sports Store knocks it out of the park. Gripper Sports Store on Dakota Avenue in Wahpeton.
At American Family Insurance, protecting farms and ranches is at the heart of what we do. We understand the hard work that goes into building and sustaining your business, and that's why we offer customizable policies that protect everything you've worked for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves. Contact me today, Shannon Miller, at Miller & Associates at 218-643-3665, or stop by our office at 1329 Highway 75 North in Breckenridge.
American Family Insurance.
Welcome back. I want to thank you guys for checking us out on KBMW News Live on YouTube and listening on B92.7 FM out of Wahpeton, and getting ready to get this one underway. Davies, white jerseys, maroon numbers, Mustangs in their blue jerseys, orange numbers. Get you that 77 degrees right now and windy in the Twin Towns when it's never not windy in Wahpeton, right? As the breeze comes in from center field, and it's going to be a tough one to try to cut into that. Right-handed hitters trying to put it, or left-handed hitters trying to put it over the right field wall. Going to have Mother Nature up against them. Caleb Durr, your starting pitcher today for the Mustangs. This season, 29 2/3 innings pitched. Leads his club with wins, 4-0 on the season. .94 ERA with 48 Ks. Also allows a team-high 21 hits as well. For Davies, their starting pitcher is Chase Keller. 1-2 this season with 15 innings pitched, a 1.4 ERA, 17 Ks, 10 walks, and 10 hits. Up to bat this inning for the Eagles, Natter, Kowalski, and Jackson Beiswinger. Natter yesterday over 3. He got hurt in right field, moves in, now plays second base this afternoon for the Eagles. Natter, a .304 hitter, 17 hits on the season, and we're getting this one underway. First pitch at a 11:54. Minn Kota Ag Products, your first pitch sponsor, your #1 grain marketing, production, and agriculture supply company. Scoreboard brought to you by Carlson Family Insurance, your representing auto owners. The 1-0, the delivery, swinging and a miss, 0-2 coming up. Nobody out, nobody on in the top of the first. Now, both these clubs trying to play for a chance to represent the EDC in the state tournament next week. Sheyenne, they've been there the previous 2 years and won the whole entire thing. The delivery misses in the dirt, 1-0 count. A lot of the conversation around the Mustangs' loss yesterday to the Huskies was, well, West Fargo might have been looking ahead to their second-round opponent. The delivery, hard hit ball down the first base line, goes foul. Count stays 1-2. And that's a tough one as a head coach. You have to pitch for the game that you're in, not for later in the tournament. But with the strict pitching rules, only 130 pitches per pitcher, you kind of have to kind of hodgepodge together. Another chopper down the third base line this time, goes foul, 1-2 count. Top of the first as we start this EDC state qualifying games, win or go home for both these squads. Game coming up after this one, Shanley and Fargo North. The delivery, chopper back to the pitcher, fields it cleanly. Deer's going to go over and throw it to first for the 1-3 putout. Up to bat, Wyatt Kowalski had an excellent game yesterday. One of the players we mentioned in the pregame show, 4 for 6 with three RBIs and a run scored yesterday for the Eagles, a team that was able to storm back and get a win against Grand Forks Red River. Right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. Durwood Jr. on the hill for the Mustangs. Catcher sets up outside. The delivery misses on the inside corner. 1-0 count. Kowalski, only a freshman, batting .241 for this Davies squad. The pitch misses in the dirt. 2-0 count. And you talk to a lot of the Fargo fans, some of the parents, many of the children on these teams will play AAU or travel ball, not play for their high school team. Ball in the dirt misses, 3-0 count. So Kowalski going to put the bat on his shoulder here with the hitter's count. They care more about the AAU championships and tournaments versus the state tournament wins and winning games for their teams. The delivery on the inside corner on the right-handed batter is a strike, 3-1 count, which is insane to me because you think winning a state title for your high school would matter more. The 3-1 catches him, brings him back to the plate. Wyatt Kowalski thought that he was going to walk. The shortstop comes back on the right-handed batter's box. Davies on the first base side. Mustangs on the third base side as the home squad. Full count coming up to the shortstop. Deer out of the windup, the delivery. Another high chopper. Rolls foul down the third base line. Count stays 3-2. Sometimes I wonder, though, with some of the Fargo programs that don't have success year after year, if that might be kind of a cop-out. They say, well, our best players are playing travel ball. They're not playing for the high school team. Deer out of the windup, the 3-2. This one is a ball in the outside corner. Takes his base. As Kowalski walks down. First base runner on for the Eagles to start this one. Walks brought to you by State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Jackson Beiswinger steps to the plate, the third baseman. Beiswinger batting .288 on the season with 15 hits and 6 RBIs. Yesterday, 1 for 4 with a run scored. The delivery, swinging and a miss as he fouls it back into the catcher's glove. Lands in front of him. 0-1 count, 1 down, runner on first, top of the first. Deer out of the stretch. Runner takes his lead as Kowalski has a little bit of speed behind him. Conservative lead, leans back towards the base. Deer out of the wide or the stretch, the pitch. Catcher pulls it in and looks the runner back to first. 1-1 count. 1 down, runner on first. Eagles trying to get a run across the board early. The delivery. Catches the outside corner, able to paint the black. 1-2. So Deer this season, 48 Ks. Have not seen him pitch yet in this tournament. As both these squads going to use everything, throw everything but the kitchen sink, and maybe the kitchen sink included, to try to win and advance the state. The 1-2. Catcher sets up down the middle. The delivery. Chopper goes to shortstop. Double play ball. No. Fields on the grass. Sends it to first for the 6-3 putout. So Beiswinger grounds in to the 6-3. Runner advances to second base. So 2 down now as Carter Patira steps in. Carson Barta, he's a starting pitcher yesterday, playing DH today. Went 0 for 5, 2 strikeouts and 3 groundouts. Runner on second. The delivery. High fly ball goes foul out of the ballpark into the residential neighborhoods behind John Randall Field in Wapaton. Get you that legal ID here in a moment. The 0-1. Runner takes his lead at second. Shortstop holding him on. Delivery from Deer. Swinging and a miss by Barta. 0-2 count to the DH. Deer working from the first base side of the rubber. Steps back on the mound. Goes to the third base side this time. Runner takes his lead at second. Infield play in normal depth. The delivery in the dirt. Catcher able to keep it in front of him. Count goes 1-2. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to B92.7.
B92.7 is KBMW FM Breckenridge Wapaton. Powered by Vision Ford. DriveWithVision.com.
Welcome back. 1-2 count. 2 down. Deer on the hill. Runner takes his lead at second. The pitch in the dirt. 2-2 count. So 2's across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down in the top of the first. Nobody has scored yet. Runner in scoring position, though, for the Eagles. Davies left a handful of runners on yesterday. 8 runners left on base in that 11-8 win. The pitch. Swinging and a miss. First K for Deer, and that's going to end the top of the first. Bottom into the bottom. 0-0 ball game. You're listening to B92.7. And on KBMW News Live on YouTube.
Join a winning team at Cargill Wapaton. Starting pay of $24.90 an hour plus $3,000 sign-on bonus. Cargill Wapaton now hiring for operations technicians. Comprehensive benefits package and immediate PTO accrual. Apply online at www.cargill.com/careers. Cargill is an equal opportunity employer. If you'd like to advertise a job opening on the KBMW Radio Employment Connection, reserve a spot by contacting us at 701-642-8747 or email studio@kbmwnews.com.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things. like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on B92.7. You can watch live on KBMW News, live on YouTube. Chase Keller on the hill for the Eagles as we go into the bottom of the first. Keller, 15 innings pitched this year, a 1.4 ERA, 17 Ks, 10 walks, and 10 hits. Up to bat this inning, it's going to be Trey Stocker, Jackson Golke, and Caleb Deere, the pitcher. So the 1-2-3 hitters coming up for the Mustangs. Get you their stats here from yesterday. In that loss to the Huskies, a 7-5 loss to the number 4 seed. Stocker went 1 for 4. Golke went 0 for 2 with an RBI, and Deere went 0 for 2 with an RBI as well. Cheyenne had plenty of opportunities to score runs. Left 7 runners on base yesterday in that loss to Wapaton. Timely hitting, trying to correct that here. Bottom of the first, 0-0 ball game as we get ready to get this inning underway. Stocker steps into the box. Stocker, a senior, batting .346 on the season. The delivery. Catches the outside corner, able to paint the black on the right-handed hitter. 0-1 count. Right-handed pitcher, right-handed hitter. Stocker steps back in. The leadoff man wants to take a pitch. Let the guys behind him see everything that Keller has. The delivery. Ball misses high and inside. 1-1 count. Don't forget we have the rest of the EDC tournament for you. Tomorrow, later today, Shanley Deacons and Fargo North Spartans, they take the field. And in the nightcap, the pitch high and away, or high and inside, 2-1 count. In the nightcap today, have Huskies and Packers. Wapaton and West Fargo High. The 4 and 3 seed competing for the EDC title and a number 1 seed potential going into the state tournament. 3-1 count. The western side of the North Dakota bracket. Every year it seems like it's more and more crazy. 1 seed's losing early and then coming into the tournament as 4 seeds. The delivery. Ball in the dirt, walks him. Stocker gets on a walk, brings up Jackson Golke. Glacke, a junior, batting .350, 14 hits, 16 RBIs, and 12 runs. Left-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. Stocker taking his lead at first, hanging out by the ball or on the bag, comes off. Wags the bat, shows bunt, goes right back to the pitcher. Goes in between the wickets, goes to first with it in time. So not able to get the lead runner, but Golke does his job, advances it. The 1-3 put out. Caleb Deere steps in. Runner in scoring position. Mustangs in the bottom of the first, trying to get a run across.
Now batting for the Mustangs, a pitcher, number 10, Caleb Deere.
Deere this season, a .489 batting average. Catch second baseman holding the runner on. The delivery. Ball low for a strike. 0-1 count. Both these times still trying to figure out, both these squads trying to figure out what the strike zone looks like early. The 0-1. Keller comes set. Out of the windup, or out of the stretch, the delivery. Umpire says he didn't go. 1-1 count. One's across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The pitcher trying to help himself out. Steps back in. Stocker takes the lead at second. The pitch. Misses the outside corner on the right-handed batter. 2-1 count. The delivery. High and away. 3-1. Deere yesterday against the Huskies, 0-2 with an RBI. He's able to draw 2 walks. Trying to draw 1 here. Runner takes the lead at second. Deere steps back in. The delivery. And misses high for the second walk of the inning. So 2 runners on for Connor Entz. The third baseman steps in. Entz, a senior, 16 hits, 16 RBIs, 10 runs this season as we get a pinch runner coming on for the pitcher. James Buffington steps in. Buffington ran the bases yesterday for the Mustangs starting pitcher. Trust him on the base pass. Saw a little bit of bad base running yesterday. A bunch of guys got thrown out of the pass. Hard hit ball, foul down the first base line as Entz trying to put the Mustangs on the board in the bottom of the first. 0-1 count, 1 down, runners on second and first. Entz steps back in. Casey Clemson, the DH, on deck. The delivery, ball fouled straight back. 0-2 count coming up to the third baseman. In the hole, Ryder Weigel, the left fielder. The 0-2. Keller trying not to lose him. The pitch. Hard hit ball over the head of the pitcher. Goes into center field, and that's going to score 1 run as Stocker comes in. So an RBI single for Connor Entz puts the Mustangs on the board first. Runs brought to you by Titan Machinery, your local Case IH dealer in Wapaton. Casey Clemson steps to the plate at DH. Ball misses away. 0-1. Keller having a tough time finding the strike zone early. Clemenson, a DH, 1 for 3 yesterday with a run scored. High fly ball in the center field. The center fielder coming in on it and makes the grab. Runner tags up from second and goes to third. So a fly ball advances the runner. Runners on the corners for Ryder Weigel. Weigel 0 for 4 yesterday, grounded out. Twice flew out and got on an error. Right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. Be curious to see how fast Entz, the third baseman, is if they decide to try to go for the double steal here. Or at least try to advance the runner to second. 2 down, runners on the corners. The delivery to Weigel. Misses high. 1-0 count. Weigel working on the first base side. The pitch. Chopper back to the pitcher. Goes off his glove. Second baseman goes for it. And did they get him on the base pass? He did not. Second baseman says he did. So 1 run scores for the Mustangs. Caleb Deere's runner comes in. And we'll see if they give Weigel a hit or an error on that. Either way, runners on second and first. Davies head coach comes out to might challenge that call. Ball went off of Keller's glove and ricocheted towards the second baseman. He was able to field it, and he claims he was able to get a glove on Connor Entz going from first to second. Has a little bit of a conversation. Talks to his second baseman. That would be Grant Matter. Matter has had a tough couple of days. Got hurt in right field yesterday. One of the reasons that Davies had to hit 3 different guys in that leadoff spot. They give Weigel the infield hit. Pitch on the outside corner misses to Carter Carlson. Carlson yesterday, 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run, one of the better hitters in that lineup for the Mustangs. The delivery. Down the middle of the plate for a strike. Watch one go by. Carlson, the senior, 281 batting average, 368 slugging. The 1-1. 2 runners on. Keller working for the first base side of the rubber. Right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. The delivery, hard hit ball back up the middle, and Keller, he's getting touched. Runner rounds third. comes home. Cutoff man gets it home not in time. As Connor Entz, he's able to round from second, goes home. And another hit. .3-0 lead for the Mustangs early in the bottom of the first. Runs brought to you by Titan Machinery, your local Case IH dealer in Wabanon. Conversation on the Hill. High Camp Construction for every mound visit. Once you know who we are, you won't build any other way. Well, that's 3 singles for the Mustangs, and that's kind of how you get the job done here. So Ryder Weigel at second, Carter Carlson at first. Started off with Trey Stocker got on a walk. Caleb Deere got on a walk as well. Then Connor Entz, a single with an RBI. Weigel singles Deere and Ensign. And here we are. Cutter Olin steps back in. Olin, a senior, batting .191. Olin didn't hit in the loss yesterday to the Huskies. 0-1 count as he watches one go by for a strike. 2 down, 2 runners on. Mustangs lead 3-0 early at the bottom of the first. Delivery, check swing, and he went 0-2 count to Olin. The right fielder steps back in, wiggles the bat. Runners take their leads. The delivery. Outside corner, gets him looking. So first K for Keller, but not before a 3-run score. 2 runs left on. We'll come back with top of the second. You're listening to B92.7 and watch it on KBMW News Live on YouTube.
Summer of 2023 is almost here, and it's the best time to do the zoo. At Shankaba Zoo, they have all kinds of mammals, such as silly spider monkeys, otters, tigers, and bears. Stop down and see the cheetahs, Chica and Naya, the bobcat family, Jack and Clover. Shankaba Zoo is bigger and better than ever. Stop down and see what makes Shankaba Zoo one of the best zoos in the country. Shankaba Zoo, open 7 days a week, 10 till 7.
Welcome to the Radio Employment Connection, where we work to find people to work for you. Come work for an employee-owned company. Comdale is seeking individuals for 12-hour shifts. Earn up to $21 an hour. Shifts available are second shift, Monday through Thursday, 3:30 p.m. to 2 a.m. Rotating 12-hour or 12-hour fixed shifts, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. or 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Benefits within 90 days of hire or sooner. Applications are available at 2100 15th Street North in Wabanon. Online at www.comdaleinnovation.com.
Welcome back, top of the second. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on B92.7 and watching on KBMW News Live on YouTube. Chase Keller steps to the plate. The opposing pitcher gave up 3 runs on 3 hits in the first. Ball off the handle of the bat. Second baseman fields it, scoops it, goes 1 for a 4-3 putout. 1 down early. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's going to help Deere's pitching numbers. First pitch brought to you by Dakota Ag Products, your #1 grain marketing, production, agriculture supply company. One down, Evan Everson steps to the plate. Swing and a miss by Erickson. 167 batting average this season, 8 hits, 9 RBIs. Went over 3 with 2 runs scored in the win against the Rough Riders yesterday. The 1-1 count. Deere steps back on the hill, working out of the windup. Right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. The delivery. Chopper goes straight back. 1-2 as the Spartans coming to the ballpark. They just had a long day yesterday. First game was 11 a.m., and they, I think, were there all the way to the final game. The pitch bounces in the dirt, 1-2 count or 2-2 count. Nobody on, one down at the top of the second. Erickson steps back in. Number 6 hitter in the lineup, trying to get something going for Davies. Swing and a miss, and that won't do it. Second K for Deere. Matthew Nelson steps to the plate.
Now back for the Eagles. Center fielder number 5, Matthew Nelson.
Nelson yesterday 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs. He was really the engine that kept that Davies team moving yesterday, and especially in the late innings. Delivery on the inside corner of the left-handed hitter. 0-1 count. Nelson, a center fielder for the Eagles. A senior. The 0-1. Watches one go by for a strike. He wanted that one. Kind of moved the bat a little bit. Almost a check swing. 0-2 count. 2 down. Nobody on in the top of the second. Davies trails 3-0. The pitch. Inside corner. Misses the strike zone by an inch on the inside. 1-2. Mustang fans in attendance groan at that call. Thought he could have got 2. The 1-2 count. Chopper high, fielded on the infield grass. Third baseman gets it to first in time for the 5-3 putout. So after 1.5, nobody left on for the Eagles. Bottom of the second coming up. 9-1-2 for the Mustangs. You're listening to B92.7, your home for EDC tournament action.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wapton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Have you ever been driving and see a small pebble hit your windshield, resulting in a crack or chip? Well, it happens to even the best drivers. Jaworski Glass and Repair on Dakota Avenue in Wapton is your local glass repair expert. They repair glass chips on all types of vehicles, as well as windshield replacements and custom glass cutting. Jaworski Glass and Repair guarantees quality work in a prompt manner. Give Jaworski Glass and Repair a call today, 642-4527.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on B92.7, streaming live at KBMW News Live on YouTube. Up to bat, Ben Claus, Trey Stocker, and Jackson Gulke. And the Mustangs had a very productive bottom of the first. 3 runs to take a 3-0 lead on Davies. On the hill, Chase Keller, who got touched early, gave up 3 singles. The delivery misses high on the strike zone. 1-0 count to the right-handed batter. Klaus playing second base for the Mustangs today. The delivery, down the middle of the plate for a strike. 1-1 count. And the Mustangs, they were taking a couple pitches from Keller early for singling back up the middle. Swing on, a late cut, fouled back into the glove of the Eagles catcher. 1-2 count. Nobody on, nobody out in the bottom of the second. Win or go home for both these teams. Cheyenne came in as the 1 seed, has a little bit more of a chip on their shoulder to prove. Davies got a big win yesterday in extras against Grand Forks. The pitch, and Keller gets the K. So 2 Ks for Keller as Trey Stocker comes back up. Walked and scored a run in the first. Stocker had a good eye, got a loaded count before he took the walk. Keller out of the windup. The pitch to the right-hander, chopper to the second baseman. He fields it, goes to 1 with it for the 4-3 putout. So 2 down as Keller having a much better second inning than first. Ball goes around the infield. Jackson Gulke steps back in, the first baseman. He bunted back to the pitcher. As the Mustangs, they were working on a little small ball action to start that first inning, just trying to get some runners in scoring position, able to score 3 runs. 2 down, nobody on. Not going to see a bunt here. The delivery inside, knee high for the left-hander. Breeze still coming in strong from right center field, so a lefty trying to pull it. It's going to have a tough time if he puts it in the air. The 0-1. Swinging and a miss on the outside pitch. 0-2 count to the first baseman. Keller trying to make this a 1-2-3 inning. Work on the first base side of the rubber, the right-hander. Winds up, the pitch. Chopper goes to the third baseman on the infield grass. Gets it to 1 for the 5-3 putout. So a 1-2-3 inning wraps up the second. Mustangs still lead 3-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We'll be back with top of the third in a minute on B92.7, your home for EDC tournament action.
Recovering your health and getting back to your best life. That's what quality recovery from Optimum Rehab can do for you. Physical therapist Dr. Anthony Eggeman will set up an individual plan to get you to your goals. He believes that this is the perfect way for you to recover your health. What you get with Optimum Rehab is time and attention, thorough assessments, and effective treatments. So if it's back pain, achy joints, recovery from surgery or injury, it's likely that physical therapy from Optimum Rehab can help. So take your life into your own hands with Optimum Rehab. Visit myoptimumrehab.com.
I know everyone is ready for summer, but is your car? Bring your car in for a pit stop at Smith Motors in Wapaton. Get a multi-point inspection done for those long summer rides. Oil change, new tires, brake pads, and rotor installations are all something to look into, so you can spend more time at the lake rather than stuck on the side of the road. Plus, you can get 10% off all AC work located at 101 North 11th Street in Wapaton, or give them a call at 701-642-6671. At 701-642-6671.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on B92.7, streaming live at KBMW News Live on YouTube. Top of the third coming up as the Eagles trail 3-0. Caleb Deere still on the hill for the Mustangs. So far, 1 walk, 2 Ks for the senior, or the junior, trying to extend his team season. Blake Chase steps in. The slugging backstop, trying to make something happen here. His team trails 3-0. The delivery, swing and a miss, 0-1 count. Your first pitch brought to you by Minn Kota Ag Products, your #1 grade marketing, production, agriculture supply company. Nobody out, nobody on. The delivery catches the outside corner for a strike. 0-2 count coming to Chase. Does a pretty good job behind the plate. Doesn't let a lot get by him at the bat, though. 2 strikes get by him. The delivery outside and low. Barely misses the bottom of the strike zone for a ball. 1-0 count, or 1-2. And the Mustangs left a lot of runners on base yesterday in their loss. A 75 loss to the Huskies as Deere gets a strikeout looking. Chase goes back to the pine. Brady Heckler steps in, the left fielder, #9 hitter. On deck, Great Matter. He grounded out back to the pitcher to start this game. Deere out of the windup, the delivery. Ball in the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. Mustangs have a little bit of a swagger about them, as they might have the right to. 2-time defending champions. But they got humbled yesterday in that loss to Wapaton. The pitch, high fly ball down the first base line, goes out of play. 0-2 count to the left fielder. Which, if you're Fargo Davies, that's not a great place for your team or for your opponent to be in. A place where they're trying to kind of get some of their pride back. Also, a must-win game. West Fargo Cheyenne hasn't been in a ton of those. The 0-2. Catches the outside corner, looking. Nice breaking ball. Back-to-back Ks for Deere. Great Matter steps in. He grounded out the last time up. So far, Deere only allowed 1 walk. 4 Ks so far through 2 2 2/3. The pitch from Deere. Chopper gets past the third baseman. First hit of the game for the Mustangs. Wyatt Kowalski steps in. He drew a walk in the first inning. Davies trails by 3-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard on the top of the third. So the Eagles working to get a run across the board here on Deere. Working from the third base side, the junior. Runner takes another step. The pitch outside and low for a ball, 1-0 count. And Grant Matter has a little bit of speed behind him. Also had a tough time on the base pass. Saw him in a couple of tighter situations on throwdowns. The 1-0. Catcher sets up on the inside. The delivery. Chopper to the third baseman. Fields on the infield grass. Gets it to 1 for the 5-3 putout. So one runner left on at the top of the third. Bottom of the third coming up as the Mustangs lead 3-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We'll be back with more ADC tournament action in a minute on B92.7 and streaming live at KBMW News Live on YouTube.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Want a bigger home, or is it time to downsize? Now is the time to own your dream home. What's really important is finding a home that's right for you. No one has more experience and expertise than Action Realty in Wahpeton. They are your hometown real estate agency serving the Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding areas with 5 available agents that are ready to work for you. Whether you're buying or selling, call Action Realty today at 642-4700 and make sure to listen to the Action Crew talk real estate on KBMW every Tuesday morning around 9 a.m.
When you think of a local crop and farm insurance agency, call Bayer Insurance. They are your local ag agency. Their farm policies cover all aspects of your farm operation and offer the most all-risk coverage available at a very competitive price. Bayer Insurance Agency knows crop hail insurance. Let Bayer Insurance Agency review your coverage, and together they can properly cover your 2023 crops. Call Bayer Insurance Agency today at 642-0955. Our plans are based on yours.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you as we go into the bottom of the third. Mustangs lead 3-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Carlson Family Insurance representing auto owners. So far, 3 runs for the Mustangs on Keller. Had a really good second inning. A 1-2-3. Caleb Deere steps in, the pitcher, trying to help himself out a little bit. Deere leading his team in batting average at .489. The pitch from Keller misses high and away, 1-0 count. So the problem, what you want to do if you're a pitcher is have a little bit of consistency. And Keller is trying to find the strike zone. Foul ball straight back by Deere, 1-1. He looked forward in the first inning, walking 2 and allowing 3 hits. In the second, a K and 2 groundouts, and that's what his coaching staff likes. The 1-1. Infield playing normal positions. The delivery, breaking ball, misses high and inside, 2-1. Right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. And it's funny, we were talking about pitch counts in the press box in the break, and how sometimes kind of insane. Keller played catcher, the delivery. Down the middle of the plate for a strike, 2-2 count. So he's every single pitch, he's throwing the ball back to the pitcher. What's the difference between going off the rubber and coming from behind the plate? Not a whole lot. But he has the same 120 pitches as everybody else. The delivery, foul ball down the first base line. Tree's able to keep that one near. It didn't look like it went off a car. Oh, I think it went off a car door. Tough times. Don't drive by John Randall during baseball season. In fact, don't drive by John Randall at all. The streets never seem to be paved. The delivery. 3-2. Full count coming up to Deere. Keller working out of the windup. The delivery. High fly ball on the first base side. Right fielder looking for it. Both going in foul territory and lands about a arm's length in front of him. Might have lost it in the wind as the breeze continued to come hard from that right field line. Full count still to Caleb Deere. Connor Entz on deck had an RBI single his last time at the dish. Scored a run as well in the first. That 3-0 or the 3-run inning for the Mustangs give him this lead. Full count to Deere as he steps back in. Out of the wind of the pitch. Hard hit ball. Shortstop tries to glove the backhand. Gets into left field for a single as Caleb Deere gets on. Connor Entz steps to the plate. Nobody out. One on for Entz. As we have another pinch runner coming on. Might be James Buffington again coming on to run. Did a good job running for Deere early. Was able to score a run for him as Entz steps in. Keller working from the middle of the rubber. Right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. The delivery, hard hit ball. Shortstop again. Gloves it this time. Goes 2 with it for the fielder's choice. Great play by the second baseman. That's Wyatt Kalwitzki, able to glove the ball that time. 1 down, runner on first as Entz trades positions with Buffington. Clemenson, the DH, steps in. Flew out to the center fielder his last time at the dish. Right-handed batter, again, right-handed pitcher. Breeze coming in from center right. The delivery. Outside corner for a strike. Good pitch from Keller. Dimensions at John Randall. 324 to the left field corner. 307 to the right field corner. Delivery in the dirt as Entz goes back to first. Catcher stayed in front of that one. About 372, 380-ish to dead center field. Haven't had a ton of balls go off the wall. The 1-1. Runner goes. The pitch. Ball fouled straight back, so failed hit and run attempt potentially by the Mustangs, it looked like. Ryder Weigel on deck. Scored an RBI on a single in the first. Counts 1-2 as the coach for the Mustangs giving the plays from the third base line. On the schedule for us later, Shanley and North. Hard hit chopper to the first baseman. He gloves it, goes 2 with it for the put out. Not in time for the double play. So back-to-back fielder's choices brings up Ryder Weigel. 2 down, runner on first. Eagles have done a good job in this one trying to get the lead runner, or I shouldn't say try, getting the lead runner. Weigel steps back into the box, right-handed batter. Carter Carlson on deck. He had a single as well up the middle in the first. Runner takes his lead. Weigel wiggles the bat on his shoulder. Keller comes set on the hill, working from the first base side of the rubber. The pitch, outside corner for a strike. 0-1. That's where Keller likes to live here. The umpire giving him about 1.5 inches on the outside corner. That's where the catcher and him are going to continue to play. Catcher sets it back inside, 0-1 count. Clemenson takes another step at first. The pitch, breaking ball, misses high and inside, 1-1. Nightcap tonight for the EDC Championship and a chance to go into the state tournament as a 1 seed in West Fargo next week. Wabaton and West Fargo High, the Huskies and Packers. That'll be a good one. Keller comes set on the hill. Working out of the stretch, the delivery. Misses away to the right-handed batter, 2-1 count. Carter Carlson this season on deck, batting .281. 11 RBIs. The 2-1. Pitch fouled straight back. Loads the count 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Runner on first in the bottom of the third. 3-0 lead for the Mustangs. Pickoff move as Clemson's still hanging out on the bag. Keller trying to get him sleeping. The 2-2, the delivery. Swing and a miss. Sits him down. 3 Ks for Keller. We'll take a break, come back on top of the 4th. You're listening to B92.7 and streaming live at KBMW News Live on YouTube.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Hear that? That's the sound of Gripper's Sports Store, taking it to extra innings with all of your baseball accessories, gloves, pants, belts, and socks. Order your baseball and softball uniforms. Gripper's Sports Store knocks it out of the park. Gripper's Sports Store on Dakota Avenue in Wapaton.
At American Family Insurance, protecting farms and ranches is at the heart of what we do. We understand the hard work that goes into building and sustaining your business, and that's why we offer customizable policies that protect everything you've worked for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves. Contact me today, Shannon Miller, at Miller & Associates at 218-643-3665 or stop by our office at 1329 Highway 75 North in Breckenridge.
American Family Insurance.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you as we get this 4th inning started. The delivery from Deere gets Jackson Beiswinger swinging. Deere so far today, 4 Ks through 3 innings. 3-0 lead for the Mustangs. First pitch brought to you by Dakota Ag Products, your #1 grain marketing, production, and agricultural supply company. Another swing and a miss by Beiswinger. He grounded into a 6-3 putout his last time at the plate. Barta on deck, struck out swinging. I think he's 0 for 6 in this tournament, the 0-2. High fly ball on the first base side. First baseman can't get a glove on it. Lands in front of the Mustang dugout. Count stays 0-2. Nobody on the top of the 4th. Barta, in that that win against Grand Forks, 2 Ks and 3 groundouts. The 0-2, trying to break his slump. Pitch on the outside corner, misses. 1-2 count. Right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. Jackson Beiswinger at the dish. The delivery. Foul ball down the first baseline, goes out of play in the residential neighborhood. Almost need to have hazards as another car drives by John Randall Field. Count 1-2. Infield playing normal positions. Deere, a very tall junior, leads his team with 48 Ks. Swing and a miss. That's another K for Deere. His 5th. Barta steps in, the DH, trying to fix his luck. We mentioned it earlier, 0 for 5 yesterday, 0 for 1 today. On deck, the pitcher, Chase Keller, trying to help himself out. He grounded to the second baseman his last time up. Barta steps in, right-handed batter, the delivery. In the dirt on the outside corner, 1-0 count. Beautiful day at John Randall Field, 82 degrees and breezy. When is it not? Got to get the kites flying. It's Memorial Day weekend. The delivery catches the inside corner for a strike. 1-1. Deere with a little bit of zing on that fastball. Barta steps back in. Takes a couple practice cuts. The 1-1. The pitch. Swing and a miss on the inside. 1-2. Davies coach in the third base box gives him the signs. This Davies team, not one to get down on themselves, though. Trailed big against the Rough Riders yesterday, able to rally back in extras. The delivery. Swing and a miss. 6K for Deer. One hit allowed so far from the junior. Chase Keller steps in. Evan Erickson on deck. Keller, a spark plug build. 2 down, nobody on in the top of the 4th. The delivery. Inside, low for a strike. 0-1. Keller steps back in. Out of the windup, the delivery. Misses in the dirt on the outside corner. 1-1 count. Delivery to Keller. Hard hit ball to second or shortstop. Fumbles it, picks it up, sends it to first for the putout. A 6-3 throw out. 1-2-3 going into the bottom of the 4th. You're listening to B92.7, your home for EDC tournament action.
Join a winning team at Cargill Wahpeton. Starting pay of $24.90 an hour plus $3,000 sign-on bonus. Cargill Wahpeton now hiring for operations technicians. Comprehensive benefits package and immediate PTO accrual. Apply online at www.cargill.com/careers. Cargill is an equal opportunity employer. If you'd like to advertise a job opening on the KBMW Radio Employment Connection, reserve a spot by contacting us at 701-642-8747 or email studio@kbmwnews.com.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Welcome back. We enter the bottom of the 4th. Mustangs lead 3-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Carlson Family Insurance representing auto owners. Runs brought to you by Titan Machinery, your local Case IH dealer in Wahpeton. Not a lot of walks to talk about, though. Outside that first inning, Keller now back-to-back 1-2-3 innings, kind of. Gave up a single in the 3rd, and then 2 fielders' choices and a K, and that's all you can really ask for from your pitcher. Have the guys ground out. Up to bat this inning, Carlson, Oline, and Claus. Carlson got on in a single. Oline struck out looking, while Claus struck out swinging. As we are in the bottom of the 4th, shortstop steps in. Out of the windup, the delivery. Way outside of the right-handed batter. In the left-handed batter's box, it bounces. 1-0 count as the Davies coach has to come out and pick up the ball. One 0 count. The pitch. Again, the left-handed dirt. 2-0. Keller trying to reposition himself. Get that echolocation going, trying to find the strike zone. Out of the windup. The 2-0. Catches the outside corner for a strike. 2-1. Nobody on the bottom of the 4th. Mustangs trying to add to their lead. 3-0. The delivery. Chopper to the shortstop. He fields it. Bounces off his chest. Goes one with it. Pulls him off the bag, and that one gets away. Catcher there to back it up. E6 gets Carlson on base. Carter Oline steps in. Struck out looking his last time at the plate. Mustangs trying to get some runs produced here to add to their lead. A 3-0 lead's not the safest against a team like Davies that when they get a little momentum going, the train doesn't stop for the Eagles. Oline wearing stirrups. I know that's a hot fashion topic among baseball fans. Some really like them high, some like them low. Carlson taking the lead. The delivery shows bunt, pulls back, gets into a pickle, throw down to first, gets it to second, tag, in time. So Carter Carlson, fast but not that fast, gets caught on the base pass. Sloppy base running by the Mustangs. I thought that tag was a little high as well. Press box groaning about it. That's fine. One down. Oline steps back in. Base is empty. When the dust settles, that umpire, I don't know if he was in the right position either, but that's the game, man. Those are the breaks. The 1-0 shows bunt, pulls back, catches the outside for a strike. 1-1. Carter Oline this season, 9 hits, 7 RBIs, 12 runs, batting .191. The 1-1. Misses high. 2-1 count. Leads the team in walks drawn with 12, but also in strikeouts with 19. So feast or famine. The 2-1. Pitch misses inside. 3-1 count. Hitters count. 1 down, nobody on. The pitch. Swinging and a miss. Loads the count up. 3-2. Game coming out after this one. Deacons and Spartans as Shanley, the 2 seed, lost yesterday in the late night game to the Packers. West Fargo playing for the 1 seed later this afternoon. Shanley trying to keep their streak alive. Runners up 2 years in a row at the state tournament. The pitch swung on a miss as Oline goes down cutting, his second K of the afternoon. 4 Ks for Keller. Ben Cloud steps into the box. Struck out swinging his last time up. The number 9 hitter on deck, Trey Stocker, 0 for 1 today with a ground out. Scored a run in the first off a walk. The delivery, high and inside on the right-handed batter. 1-0 count, 2 down. Steps back in, taps the box. Keller out of the windup. The delivery. Swinging and fouled straight back into the catcher's glove. He drops it. 1-2 count. Comes out to talk to his pitcher. Mound visits brought to you by Heidkamp Construction. Once you know who we are, you won't build any other way. As he goes back behind the plate. North yesterday. Big win against Devils Lake, a pitcher's duel, a 2-1 win for the Spartans. Shanley lost yesterday, a similar pitcher's duel. Packers just were able to string together more runs in that late night game. Didn't get done till almost midnight. The 1-1. Pitch on the outside corner for a strike, 2-1 count. Or 1-2 count to Claus. Ben Claus, a senior, .316 batting average. Does a pretty good job pitching as well. Threw some innings yesterday inside. Loads the count 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Bottom of the 4th, 3-0 lead for the Mustangs. Keller trying to get out of this one. Struck out the last batter. The delivery. Ball fouled back into the net. Count stays 2-2. So Claus, he pitched a couple of innings yesterday to close or try to close the game out against Wabaden. Huskies were able to stay alive. Play today in the tournament game, the delivery. Watch it go by for a ball, loads the count up, 3-2. And Chase Keller, the senior, he's coming in with a hard one now. Goes out of the stretch. So going from the wide to the stretch at 3-2, hitter's got to be looking strike here. The pitch on the outside corner misses low. So after battling back, Claus takes first base on the walk. That's the first walk that Keller has given up since the first inning. Bottom of the fourth. Trey Stocker steps back in, the leadoff man. Jackson Glicky on deck, 0 for 2 with 2 ground outs. Runner takes the lead. The pitch. Ball hit high in the air. That's going to land in front of the right fielder. A single puts 2 runners on. First hit of the game for Stocker. Jackson Glicky steps in. Glicky, left-handed batter. Keller could be in a little bit of trouble here as the Mustangs get a little bit of a rally going with 2 down. Left-hander taps both sides of the plate. Comes in. Caleb Deere on deck. Had a single his last time up in the third. The delivery. Breaking ball misses high and away on the left-handed batter. 1-0 count. Glicky steps back in. Open stance. Third base playing near the infield grass. Middle infield playing back. The delivery. Swing and a miss. Casted a large reel that time. 1-1. Breeze dying down a little bit as the American flag continues to furl in center field. 82 degrees currently in Wabaden. Beautiful day for some baseball on Memorial Day weekend. The 1-1. Inside pitch. Catches the corner. 1-2. Glicky probably thinking to himself, jumped out of the batter's box a little bit. If he stays in, might have got a more favorable call. Pitcher's count, 2 runners on. Keller shakes off the first, shakes off the second. As Glicky takes a step out of the box. Sometimes it's all about mechanics, all about timing for the hitter as well as the pitcher. So if the hitter's not happy with how long he's taking on the rubber, I'll tell you, as the games got later yesterday, I wasn't very happy with how long the pitchers were taking either. The 1-2. Chopper, first baseman, can't glove the backhand. Second base keeps it in the infield. Runner goes home, and the catcher not there. So the catcher goes off the backstop. Second base was throwing at the catcher, and a run scores as Glicky takes second base. Glicky gets on the base hit as Ben Claus scores from second, makes it a 4-0 lead. Runners advance on the throw as well, so Trey Stocker goes to third and Glicky goes to second. 2 runners in scoring position on the throwing error as the Eagles have a mound visit. Mound visit's brought to you by High Camp Construction. Once you know who we are, you won't build any other way. A 4-0 lead for the Mustangs. And Davies, they're playing for their season. Win or go home in this state tournament qualifying game. As the coach talks to their guys. Force out at first base. Runners in scoring position as Caleb Deere steps in. And Deere, not somebody that you want to mess around with. 49 batting average this season. 23 hits, 19 RBIs, 14 runs scored. And a right-handed batter with that breeze coming in from right to left. We don't know the type of juice that Deere's bat has. Hasn't put a ton of balls in play yet this morning. But not somebody that I would be grooving a pitch to. The 0-2 or the 2 down, 2 on. The delivery from Keller. Pitch on the outside corner misses on the off speed. Mustangs talking about it. As there's going to be another pinch runner. So Jackson Glicky, he comes off as a new runner comes on. Number 23, Blake Larson, comes on for the Mustangs. 1-0 count for Deere, the pitcher, trying to help himself out. On deck, Connor Entz, who grounded into a force out in the third inning. Got on a fielder's choice. The 1-0, second base, holding the runner on. The delivery, ball on the outside, kicks up some dust. 2-0 count. First base is open, but Entz, another one you don't really want to see in this situation. 16 RBIs on the season, a .333 batting average, .542 slugging percentage. The 2-0 to Deer. Delivery from Keller. Again, dust kicked up on the pitch on the outside corner of the right-handed batter. 3-0 count. And Chase Keller, who played yesterday behind the plate, struggling here in the fourth. 2 down, 2 on. The delivery. Pitch on the outside corner for a strike. 3-1 as Deer had the red light. Steps back in. Keller the delivery. Pitch high, fly ball into center field. Goes back on it and makes the grab. So 2 runners left on in the fourth, but not before the Mustangs tack on another run. After 4 complete, Sheyenne 4, Davies 0. We'll be back top of the fifth in a moment on B92.7 and streaming live at KBMW News Live on YouTube.
B92.7 is KBMW FM Breckenridge Wahpeton, powered by Vision Ford. DriveWithVision.com.
Summer of 2023 is almost here, and it's the best time to do the zoo. At Sheyenne Zoo, they have all kinds of mammals, such as silly spider monkeys, otters, tigers, and bears. Stop down and see the cheetahs, Chica and Naya, the bobcat family, Jack and Clover. Sheyenne Zoo is bigger and better than ever. Stop down and see what makes Sheyenne Zoo one of the best zoos in the country. Sheyenne Zoo, open 7 days a week, 10 till 7.
Welcome to the Radio Employment Connection, where we work to find people to work for you. Come work for an employee-owned company. Comdale is seeking individuals for 12-hour shifts. Earn up to $21 an hour. Shifts available are second shift, Monday through Thursday, 3:30 p.m. to 2 a.m. Rotating 12-hour or 12-hour fixed shifts, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. or 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Benefits within 90 days of hire or sooner. Applications are available at 2100 15th Street North in Wahpeton. Online at www.comdaleinnovation.com. Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you. Best time of these kids' lives playing high school baseball. It doesn't get better than this. Up to bat this inning in the top of the fifth is Evan Erickson, Matthew Nelson, and Blake Chase as the Eagles trailing by 4 as we go into the back half of the game. Erickson struck out swinging his last time at the dish, playing right field today. Erickson is senior, batting 167. Deer still on the hill, continuing to chug along. The pitch from Deer. Erickson thought about showing bunt, pulled back. Ball catches the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 count as the Mustangs just a couple innings away from getting back to the state tournament. The 0-1, the pitch, outside, bounces off the catcher's shin guard. Catcher asked if he went, he did not. 1-1 count to Erickson. On deck, coming up on our broadcast schedule, Shanley and Fargo North. That game will be right after this one. The pitch, get in the dirt, 2-1 count. You can watch on KBMW News Live on YouTube and listen right here on B92.7 as we have you covered for all of your EDC tournament action. The 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2 count. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Deer gets another K. 5 Ks for Deer. Matthew Nelson stepping to the plate, the center fielder. Nelson grounded into a 5-3 putout his last time up, the left-handed batter. Deer, the right-handed pitcher, the delivery. Inside for a strike. 0-1, and Deer, man, he has been wheeling and dealing today. Coming into this one, had a team-high 4-0 win record, .94 ERA. 48 Ks on the season. The pitch fouled back into the net, 0-2 count. He's somebody that you don't want to see on the hill if you're an opposing batter. Eagles suffering at the hands of him today. Only a junior as well for the Mustangs. The 0-2. Outside corner, rings him up. Catted him looking. 8 Ks for Deer.
Now batting for the Eagles, catcher number 1, Blake James.
And you look at it, 8 Ks, 1 walk, 1 hit allowed so far through 4 2/3. The delivery, swing and a miss. As Blake Chase picking up where he left off, struck out looking his last time up. Deer out of the windup. The delivery, again outside corner, 0-2. Two down, nobody on in the top of the 5th. The pitch misses high, 1-2, and Deer wanted that one. Could have had a 1-2-3 strikeout inning. The 1-2, the pitch misses low, 2-2 count. Deer out of the windup, the delivery. High, hard hit ball. Center fielder going back on it and makes the grab. A 1-2-3 inning by the Mustangs brings up the bottom of the 5th. Cheyenne leads 4-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. More baseball coming up after the break on B92.7, your home for EDC Tournament Baseball.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wapton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Have you ever been driving and see a small pebble hit your windshield, resulting in a crack or chip? Well, it happens to even the best drivers. Jaworski Glass and Repair on Dakota Avenue in Wapton is your local glass repair expert. They repair glass chips on all types of vehicles, as well as windshield replacements and custom glass cutting. Jaworski Glass and Repair guarantees quality work in a prompt manner. Give Jaworski Glass and Repair a call today, 642-4527.
Welcome back, Andrew Zimmel on B92.7, your home for EDC Tournament Baseball as we go into the bottom of the 5th. Mustangs lead 4-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Carlson Family Insurance representing auto owners. Game coming up after this one, the Shanley Deacons and Fargo North Spartans. Later this afternoon, it's going to be the Huskies and Packers, and talking to Husky coaching staff, it sounds like they're going to be throwing their ace, Jaden King, and following up with Caden Kappas. We'll see how that looks and works out for them. As yesterday they threw Hockert, Caden Hockert, one of the better pitchers in the EDC, leads the team in innings pitched. So it didn't shock me that they threw him against the number 1 seed West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs. Mustangs leading this one, trying to get back to the state tournament after back-to-back titles in the previous 2 seasons. Ever since the COVID pandemic, it's been a hard reset. Mustangs have kind of taken over high school baseball in the state. Connor Entz stepping to the plate. Emp steps in. 1 for 2 today. The delivery. Hard hit ball up through the gap between the third baseman and shortstop, and the Mustangs picking up again where they left off. Casey Clemson steps in, the DH. 0 for 2 today. Flew out and grounded into a fielder's choice. Chase Keller pitching today. 17 Ks, 10 hits on the season. Having a tough time getting it past the Mustang hitters. Keller working on the first base side of the rubber, the delivery. Another hard hit ball to the left side of the field, lands in front of the left fielder for a single. And the Mustangs having batting practice. Ryder Weigel steps to the plate. 1 for 2 today with an RBI single. As the head coach comes out for the Eagles. And looking into right field, looks like we might have a pitching change. Mound visits brought to you by Heidkamp Construction. Once you know who we are, you won't build any other way. So if this is the end of Chase Keller's day, 4 earned runs, 8 hits, 4 Ks. We'll take a quick break, come back with your pitching change. You're listening to B92.7, your home for EDC Tournament Baseball.
Recovering your health and getting back to your best life. That's what quality recovery from Optimum Rehab can do for you. Physical therapist Dr. Anthony Egeman will set up an individual plan to get you to your goals. He believes that this is the perfect way for you to recover your health. What you get with Optimum Rehab is time and attention, thorough assessments, and effective treatments. So if it's back pain, achy joints, recovery from surgery or injury, it's likely that physical therapy from Optimum Rehab can help. So take your life into your own hands with Optimum Rehab. Visit myoptimumrehab.com.
I know everyone is ready for summer, but is your car? Bring your car in for a pit stop at Smith Motors in Wapaton. Get a multi-point inspection done for those long summer rides. Oil change, new tires, brake pads, and rotor installations are all something to look into, so you can spend more time at the lake rather than stuck on the side of the road. Plus, you can get 10% off all AC work located at 101 North 11th Street in Wapaton, or give them a call at 701-642-6671. At 701-642-6671.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Want a bigger home, or is it time to downsize? Now is the time to own your dream home. What's really important is finding a home that's right for you. No one has more experience and expertise than Action Realty in Wapaton. They are your hometown real estate agency, serving the Wapaton, Breckenridge, and surrounding areas with 5 available agents that are ready to work for you. Whether you're buying or selling, call Action Realty today at 642-4700 and make sure to listen to the Action Crew talk real estate on KBMW every Tuesday morning around 9 a.m.
When you think of a local crop and farm insurance agency, call Bayer Insurance. They are your local ag agency. Their farm policies cover all aspects of your farm operation and offer the most all-risk coverage available at a very competitive price. Bayer Insurance Agency knows crop hail insurance. Let Bayer Insurance Agency review your coverage, and together they can properly cover your 2023 crops. Call Bayer Insurance Agency today at 642-0955. Our plans are based on yours.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Welcome back. Keegan Weisel throwing for the Eagles. Bunt back to the pitcher. Thanks to Ryder Weigel, first baseman and second baseman had a little bit of miscommunication as an infield hit. Carter Carlson steps to the box. 1 for 2 today, RBI single. Got on an error and got thrown out on the base pass. The delivery misses away, 1-0 count. Now Weisel, he pitched yesterday for Davies as they were able to get the win against Grand Forks Red River, ate up some of those middle innings. His teammates decided to get the bats hot in the back half, ended up knocking off the Rough Riders. The 1-0, the delivery. Inside pitch for strike, 1-1. Weisel, a right-handed thrower. Carter O'Lean on deck. Nobody out, bases loaded. So he has a tough situation. High fly ball as the catcher goes back on it and lands near the concession stands. 1-2 count. Weisel got a tough situation here. 1-2, nobody out, bases loaded. Carter Carlson at the plate. Cutter O'Lean 0 for 2 today on deck, and Ben Kloss 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Scored a run, though, on a walk. The 1-2. Delivery from Weisel, misses high and away, 2-2 count. And sometimes in a situation like this, all you got to do is try to keep the ball low and hope that your infield can make a play on it. Force out at any base, try to get the lead runner. The 2-2. Infield creeps in, the delivery. Hard hit ball, line drive, gets past the shortstop, rolls into left field, scores 1 run. That was a hard hit ball by Carlson. A hit. So Carlson gets an RBI single as the bases stay loaded. Carter O'Lean steps in, 2 Ks. The lefty, the wind dying down a little bit. But still very tough for anybody to try to pull the ball into that right field gap. Tate Verman pinch hitting, the left-hander. Pinch hitting for the right fielder. Gives you an idea of who might be closing this game for the Mustangs. The pitch down the middle of the plate for a strike. 0-1. Herman digging in. The 2-2. Fouled straight back. 0-2 count. And sometimes these are tough situations because you took batting practice hour and a half ago, 2 hours ago, and then you're stepping in the box now with bases loaded, nobody out. This chance to get that highlight reel going. The pitch misses away. 1-2. Goal shouldn't be, though, to bring all the runners home. Just send the ball hard somewhere. Make the defense make a play. The 1-2. 5-0 lead for the Mustangs. The pitch misses away. 2-2, and for Weisel, nowhere to put this guy. Runs brought to you by Titan Machinery, your local Case IH dealer in Wapaton. Herman steps back in, the 2-2 to the lefty. Weisel, the stretch, the delivery. High fly ball on the left side of the field, goes out of play as rolls into the parking lot. Count stays 2-2. Breeze picks up from dead center field. Herman steps back in. Blue jerseys for the Mustangs today, orange numbers as they're trying to get back to the state tournament. Weisel out of the stretch, looks in, working with the first base side, the delivery. Hard hit ball into left field. That's going to score 1 as left fielder can't get an angle on it. Scores 2. Runner rounds third. Could be a 3 RBI double, and it is. An 8-0 ball game for the Mustangs. Casey Clemson scores. Ryder Weigel scores. And Carter Carlson scores from first on the double by Herman. Another pinch hitter as number 11 steps in.
Number 11,
Caden Olsen. Nobody out, runner on second, so Olsen has a situation here to help extend the lead as we get a pinch runner coming on for Herman. Everybody getting a little bit of playing time today.
re-entering right fielder number 6.
Carter Carlson. Correction, Carter O'Lean coming in to run. So nothing like having somebody hit for you and then you come in to run. It's the least favorite part of batting. 1 on, nobody out. Delivery from Weisel. Breaking ball catches the outside corner. 0-1. A little bit of a less pressure situation here after giving up a 3-run double. The pitch. High fly ball on the first base side. First baseman goes underneath it for the first out of the bottom of the fifth. One down. Trey Stocker steps back in. Stocker 1 for 2. Got stranded at third base in the fourth inning. Mustangs have done a pretty good job, though, not leaving a ton of runners on base. 4 so far through 5 innings. Stocker at the dish. High fly ball on the first base side. Right fielder trying to get underneath it. Lands in between all three of them. Runner round second, comes into third. So a single by Stocker, his second of the day, puts runners on the corners. Jackson Glucky steps back in. 1 for 3 today. 2 ground outs and a single. And the right fielder playing way far back on Stocker had a lot of power. I guess imagine he might have had a lot of power to that right field side. Left-handed batter steps into the box. Weigel trying to get out of this situation as the Eagles trail 8-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 4 runs this inning. Runner goes to second. Throw down to second. Second baseman cuts it off, trying to set up the play at the plate. Not quite there, so 2 runners in scoring position now for Gleiche. Gleiche, the junior, 16 RBIs on the season, 350 batting average. The 0-1 count. Infield goes back in the infield grass. The 0-1. Misses away, 1-1 count. Steps back in, once across the board, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Left-handed batter. Weigel out of the stretch of the delivery. High fly ball into right field. That one's going to land near the wall. Brings in 1 run. Brings in 2 runs. Right fielder able to field it, get it into the second baseman's 2-run double by Gleiche. Brings in Oline and Stocker. And that 10-run Gleiche's double ends this one. A 10-0 win for the Mustangs. Wow, talk about swinging the bat and winning a game. Nothing like walking off with a 10-run lead. We'll take a quick break and come back with your post-game stats. A big win for the Mustangs. 10-0 win over the Fargo Davies Eagles. We'll be right back with more on B92.7 and streaming live at KBMW News Live on YouTube.
Hear that? That's the sound of Gripper's Sports Store, taking it to extra innings with all of your baseball accessories, gloves, pants, belts, and socks. Order your baseball and softball uniforms. Gripper's Sports Store knocks it out of the park. Gripper's Sports Store on Dakota Avenue in Wapaton.
At American Family Insurance, protecting farms and ranches is at the heart of what we do. We understand the hard work that goes into building and sustaining your business, and that's why we offer customizable policies that protect everything you've worked for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves. Contact me today, Shannon Miller, at Miller & Associates at 218-643-3665 or stop by our office at 1329 Highway 75 North in Breckenridge.
American Family Insurance.
Join a winning team at Cargill Wapaton. Starting pay of $24.90 an hour plus $3,000 sign-on bonus. Cargill Wapaton now hiring for operations technicians. Comprehensive benefits package and immediate PTO accrual. Apply online at www.cargill.com/careers. Cargill is an equal opportunity employer. If you'd like to advertise a job opening on the KBMW Radio Employment Connection, reserve a spot by contacting us at 701-642-8747 or email studio@kbmwnews.com.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Summer of 2023 is almost here, and it's the best time to do the zoo. At Shankaba Zoo, they have all kinds of mammals, such as silly spider monkeys, otters, tigers, and bears. Stop down and see the cheetahs, Chica and Naya, the bobcat family, Jack and Clover. Shankaba Zoo is bigger and better than ever. Stop down and see what makes Shankaba Zoo one of the best zoos in the country. Shankaba Zoo, open 7 days a week, 10 till 7.
Welcome to the Radio Employment Connection, where we work to find people to work for you. Come work for an employee-owned company. Comdale is seeking individuals for 12-hour shifts. Earn up to $21 an hour. Shifts available are second shift, Monday through Thursday, 3:30 p.m. to 2 a.m. Rotating 12-hour or 12-hour fixed shifts, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. or 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Benefits within 90 days of hire or sooner. Applications are available at 2100 15th Street North in Wabanon. Online at www.comdaleinnovation.com. Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on B92.7, streaming live at KBMW News Live. Wow, what a game for the Mustangs. We talked about it. They might have overlooked their opponent last night in the Wabanon Huskies. Did not overlook their opponent today in the Fargo Davies Eagles. And let's go through it. For the visiting Eagles, Grant Matter 1 for 2, the lone hit today. Wyatt Kolowski 0 for 1, drew a walk. Jackson Byswinger 0 for 2. Carter Barta 0 for 2. Chris Keller 0 for 2. Evan Erickson 0 for 2. Matthew Nelson 0 for 2. Blake Chase 0 for 2. And Brady Hecker 0 for 1 today. Only got one at bat. Caleb Deere, the starting pitcher for the Mustangs today, 8 Ks, 1 hit, 5 pitches, or 5 innings pitched, no earned runs. That helps the batting average. Now let's go through the Mustangs, who had a field day at the bat. Trey Stalker, 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. Jackson Glenke, 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Caleb Deere, 1 for 2 with a run scored. Connor Enns, 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. Casey Clemson, 1 for 3 with a run scored. Ryder Weigel, 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. Carter Carlson, 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Carter Olim, 0 for 2. But coming in, Heimer, 1 for 1 with a double and 3 RBIs. Ben Claus, 0 for 1. And Olson stepped in and went 0 for 1 as well. But you go through it, and a 10-0 win for the Mustangs. Can't ask for anything better. So they punch their ticket. They'll be, I believe, the 3 seed coming out of the East. Next game coming up in about 30 minutes as Shanley and Fargo North get ready to do battle in a win-or-go-home game. Let's see if that one is as entertaining as this one. One more time from Wabanon. West Fargo Cheyenne, they punch their ticket back in the state tournament, trying to win a three-peat, back-to-back state title winners, trying to go back again. This time, the lowest seed they've ever been. We'll see if they can get it done next week in West Fargo. Until then, though, I'm Andrew Zimmel. Thanks, guys, for listening on the I3G Sports Network. West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs 10, Fargo Davies Eagles 0. Next game coming up in about 30 minutes.
This East Region Tournament broadcast was brought to you by American Family Insurance, Miller & Associates, Cargill, Carlson Family Insurance, Jahinkapa Zoo, Comdale Innovation, Gripper Sports Store, Hike Camp Construction, Jaworski Glass and Repair, Optimum Rehab, Smith Motors, Action Realty, Buyer Insurance Agency, Hornstein Family Chiropractic, and Vision Ford. Be sure to go to KBMWnews.com for a complete updated list of future broadcasts and video streams. Thanks for listening.